Hello everybody, it is Wednesday. You're making it through the week. I hope you're having a good one, and I hope that you're being blessed. I wanted to share a thought with you today. My name is Michael Hatfield. I'm the lead pastor here at the Piedmont Park, Seventh-day Adventist Church, and was thinking about things this week. Of course, this is a couple days after Valentine's Day, and a lot of people have been celebrating love and remembering their relationship, and hopefully that was a blessing for you if you're able to do that. But I was thinking about faithfulness this week and came across this passage in the Bible from 1 Kings chapter 8. It's Solomon when he's praying about the dedication of the temple. The temple has been built. His dad David collected all the different stuff for it, and then he was the one, Solomon, put it all together with the help of a ton of people to finally build the temple of the Lord, and it was finished. And this is what he says here in 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 22. Then Solomon stood before the altar of the Lord in the presence of all the assembly of Israel and spread out his hands toward heaven. And he said, Lord God of Israel, there is no God in heaven above or on the earth below like you, who keep your covenant and mercy with your servants who walk before you with all their hearts. You have kept what you promised your servant David my father. You have spoken with your mouth and fulfilled it with your hand, as it is this day. So Solomon, the temple is finished, and I love, first off, how he's very humble. He doesn't take credit for what he has been there overseeing to get done. He says, it's all God. God, you have done it. And then the second thing I noticed here was it says that God is a covenant-keeping God. And that's one of the beautiful things about God in the Bible. He is a covenant-making and a covenant-keeping God. And he says, you keep your covenant with your servants, and you've kept your covenant with my father, your servant David. What's really amazing about that is God stayed faithful to his word to David, even when David wasn't always faithful to God. Isn't that amazing? God is faithful even when we're faithless. Have you ever thought about that? Think about your relationships. As many of us celebrated love and our spouses and our significant others in our lives. Would you have an easy time being faithful to someone who's been faithless to you? I'll be honest, I think that would be extremely hard to do, and I pray that none of us ever have to do that. But that's how God is. Because each of us in our life, we've been like David, where we haven't always been faithful. Or sometimes when we've completely blown it like David did, and yet God stayed faithful to David, and he stays faithful to us even when we make mistakes. Now, of course, when we make those mistakes, when we're faithless, we need to be like David. We need to be humble and confess. Now, again, he had to be confronted in order to do it. He was trying to hide things, but eventually he confessed, he repented. Some of the beautiful Psalms in the Bible came from David as a result. The point here is, when we've made mistakes, do your best to rectify it, to confess, but remember, always remember that God is faithful to us, even when we've made mistakes. What an amazing God we serve. Hope you have a great rest of your week. Take care, stay safe, and hope you'll join us this coming Saturday. We're continuing our sermon series looking at our biblical Seventh-day Adventist beliefs, and we're going to be talking about Sabbath this coming Saturday. So I hope that you'll join us in person or online on YouTube. Take care, everyone, and let's take care of everyone.